So, servus again. Next video. Again, I'm using all this method for all my tracking. It's a fractal method. If you want to know how it works, just watch the first video. There it's explained very well. So, what a fucking horrible day today, wasn't it? I said on the weekend and on Friday, what if this was just a V under A? And what did we do? Perfect V under A. Bounce. Gap up for Monday for today. And here we fucking are. So, and I will show that on many tickets. I think Friday was just the volatility day to get for some stocks to our V&A, for other stocks to our A pullback bottom, for other stocks to get to our high low or to our B bottom. Just way quicker than I thought, but perfect. Just for SPY, so we have that behind us. There, I would say there are three ways. First, the absolute bullish one. This was our V&A. So the V&A. This is already the higher low. And from here on, we're getting upside. Perfect. Second one. This was our V&A. And we would still gap fill this and bounce here. Then this would be our higher low. Or the bearish method would be you're not breaking over 672. Because then this would be a lower high and SPY would just do its wedge. That would mean 6 here. You would go up. Also for the higher low thing. You come down, gap fill and go up. You reject that 632. 672, sorry. And then you go down. And up again and down again. For this case, your next target, I mean, this will take some time. I mean, maybe we get another volatility day. SPY is getting quicker, the market is getting quicker and quicker. But for your absolute V under A button, this would be at 597. So from here to here, 10%. But here you should get the bounce. And then you're making whatever comes after that. So whatever you're doing, not financial advice, be careful at 672. If you just gap it and break it, who cares? Okay. So now to our stocks. We start with plug. I know I repeat every video the whole tracking, but if new people come in here, they don't understand a thing if I'm not doing that. So you come from your high, lower high, midpoint, last time to sell. This thing is finished. High, low, ABC. Down to your V and A. Second one finished. Then you start again. ABC, LNT, last time to sell. And for the bullish tracking, this is your V&A, and this would be your high low. So if we look at the daily, what we did on Friday was for the big tracking. So for this whole section here, this would be the third fractal section, because this was 1, this is 2, and this would be 3. For the big thing, we did, in my opinion, really right now, this was your A peak. And for the small tracking, you would say this is your V, this is your high low, this was your little a, and this was your little b. No, sorry. This was your high low, this was your a, your little a, and this was your little b. And because of that, you're taking the fib retracement from your A low to your B peak, 0.5 or 50% pullback, and we nailed it. And not really, I mean, what was it? It was 5 cents away. Okay, that's enough. So you nailed it. So for the bullish tracking, pullback of A or little b is finished, and you will break out now for the bullish tracking. And your next target is $30. For confirmation, you break over your last A peak. So if you break 4.74, bullish. For the bearish alternative, which as long as we're not going over here is still there, you're breaking under this line, under $3.01. And that would mean that this wasn't T and this was T. The V under A would be wrong, and what we were looking for would be coming down, making a new V under a new high low, and we go down. Right now, right now I'm still 50-50. I'm 50-50. I want to see to break this, to be bullish. I want to see breaking under this, to be bearish. Just in case, what would be our pullback target if we are bearish? This whole thing here is still our high low. Why it's not our big A and our big B? Because this pullback is lower than this one, and the higher low, of course, because it's higher low, isn't lower than the previous one. B isn't lower than the A low, so this can't be A or B. Why is this not higher low and a big higher low and this big A? Same thing, because A isn't going under the higher low. So this has to be higher low, and for this to be true, if we go down, we are not breaking under this line. We should make here. But right now, just look if it's breaking to the upside bullish or to the downside bearish. But to say this, as I said on Friday and the weekend, I said we will bounce in quite the whole market, and it's fucking nice to look at. FuelCell, same thing. Coming from the high, lower high, midpoint T. V finished. High, low, ABC. Going down again. and doing your B under A. So if we look closer, for the bullish tracking, for the bullish tracking, I'm still pretty convinced we still need our A peak. And doing the little breakout retest, then I still think we will see something like this. And after that, we go to our B. What we did in the small tracking was just I would even say something like this. Yeah. We just did the B pullback. And this should also be finished. For breaking levels again, go over 11.47 to be absolute bullish. Breaking under 880. Nah, wouldn't be enough. Breaking under 736 again, our old level, and it would be bearish. Same like plug, that would change just that this was our T, the V under A would be wrong, the higher low would be wrong, and you would just do this again. Levels would be the same for A and for B. But right now I'm still bullish. It recovered the whole loss for Friday. Nice. Bed Bath and Beyond. You did your VNA. Hello, ABC, coming down. And now we're in a point where I have to say, I already said it on the weekend, I was bearish because we broke my level, 875. And today we didn't recover. That's, for me at least, that would be already a big confirmation. Just saying. Quite everything else recovered from Friday. Bed Bath and Beyond didn't. What that would look like, I really think now my main tracking would be this was our T, and we are looking for a new loaner. And this would be a V&A. Here would be a high low, and then you go. Would be the same like in September 2020. In February 2020. You came from your M. You came up again, made your M pattern or W pattern, T, and you knifed. Same which we did here. We are coming from our M, doing our M or W pattern, T, and we knife. If you want absolutely bullish, bearish confirmation, in my opinion, your last level for hope for the bearish, for the bullish tracking would be 788. To bounce. If you fall under this, I think, in my opinion, it's already over for the bullish tracking. But if you want absolute confirmation, yeah. For the bullish confirmation, break over 1262. If you break over 1262, then this was our A. Pullback would be finished, and your next target would be 3673. Just saying, if we are going down, in the best case, we're doing a higher low from this to this, so somewhere in this range for the V and A, higher low, and then we go. The A price would be the same, $12-ish, and B would also be the same. Yeah. Right now, no financial advice, but I would be 70% bearish. And the only thing is this pullback here. I think it will be quick and hard. I don't think we're doing slowly down grinding. We should see something really, really steep. Even if we are slower right now, and we would be a little bit slower than this. How long did this take? This took us 20 days. So let's say we double this. Yeah, end of November. We should come end of year at latest to our V&A. So let's see what it does. Grab. We coming off our C, low high, midpoint T, V&A, higher low. And we should already did A. The only thing right now, because I looked at it again, I don't like is the double top. And the thing is, if we look at the smaller tracking, this would be our V, this would be our higher low. This would be our little A. And this right now would be our little B. That would mean, even with bullish tracking, there's a big possibility that we're still in the little. I mean, this was, in my opinion, for the bullish tracking, clearly our big A peak and our small B peak. So there's a big possibility for, even for the bullish tracking, that we're still coming to our 0.5 for the B pullback, bounce here, and then we go. What I don't want to see, or the thing, we could easily bounce here and grind up, or we already bounced. What I don't want to see is breaking. I will mark it. So for the future, we know if I'm correct or not. I don't want to break this level. If we break this level, I really make this tracking from the startup completely new. I'm not seeing it yet. If we break down here, something is wrong. For the bullish tracking, if we break over 6.63, of course, it's bullish. And the next target would be around $9 and $11. And then we talk about C. Blink. Again, we're coming from our C. T, V, finished. ABC, coming down under V and A. This would also be finished. Higher low would also be finished. And right now, we perfectly bounced. Did it perfectly bounced? Yeah. We perfectly bounced at the uptrend. Perfect. So our next target for Blink. So this would be V, higher low. This would still be your little A. And your little B would be wherever your big A is. So I still think we have to see our big A. So something like this. A pullback. And some in this range, and then we go to B. Or we just skip it and just go to B. Also possible. For an old, yeah, this ticker, I don't really have an old. Because we are way too high up here. And we are getting into a range where I think we won't see this breakout retest down here. I don't see that right now. For levels, again, breaking over the top, absolute bullish. What I don't want to see is breaking under 147. But just saying this, if we're really going down here, this would still be breakout retest to the trend line. So breakout retest to this trend. Right now, yeah, okay. But if we get our A peak, yeah, I don't see the retest anymore. Right now, yeah. But this line here, if we break this line, something is absolutely wrong. And we have to look at it again, which I don't see yet. Right now, looks fucking bullish. SAVA. The start again. B, A pullback finished. B pullback finished. C, absolute top. Down. Last time to sell. With a massive gap. V and A finished. High low finished. And on Friday, perfectly bounced on the uptrend. And today I think, yeah, we nearly recovered the complete loss which we did Friday, which is absolutely bullish. So for the bullish tracking, our big next target is gap or A, and our gap is at 25. Our TA would be 42, B 31, and then we talk again, because who cares with this move after that. For the bearish alternative, our little C would be something around 6 and 450. Just because, and after that he would reject, come down, and the first one would be a bounce here for our V&A, or we make a new low. Why? This would be just this version here, where you're coming from your T, find your V, and this little section here would be what we did in the last weeks, and we would be in this candle. And if you look, this candle goes a little bit higher than where the gap started, and that would be same like here without extended hours on. You have your T, you fall down, V, this is this price action, this little, and this candle would bring us somewhere where the gap started, so somewhere between 6 and 450. What I'm tending to think we are would be this. Same, you come from your T, V, high low, little A, little B, pull back, and you would be in this candle here. Same like here. V, A, B, pullback, pullback, and we would be here, somewhere in here, and gap fill. Just saying, if we're doing this, and we reject somewhere between 6 and 450, we will make a new low, then most likely we're doing the next weeks, months, just nothing, just little uptrend. And somewhere in January, March, we would get the gap fill. Right now, I really think we will see the gap fill. Not financial advice, but we will see it. If it's this year or early next year, I'm pretty convinced we will see this gap fill. But it's still a 100% risk play. All these gap fills were pre-market after hours, so the play is just risk it or miss it. Yeah. You won't see any confirmation here. One day after hours pre-market, it will just run 500%, and that's it. Yeah. But right now, fucking bullish. And I lost my C3.AI again. So this is C3.AI. Here. So start again. Coming from our C, lower high, midpoint T, V. First one finished. Then again, B, C, C. Stupid C, because it's only $1 higher than our B, and the B is fucking high. Fucking big. Coming down again. So, for the bullish tracking, we did our V and IA perfectly. And right now, what we did on Friday was our higher low. We don't really have confirmation yet because it's just a touch 3 times. I mean, yeah, the third one could be perfect. Most of the time, I like such trend lines more if you have at least 5 touches. But okay, it's working. And your next target would be 30. Then a little pullback. And then 36 for your B. And then talk about C. For confirmation, I want to see a break from 2022. For the old would be, this was your T. And right now, we would come down again, find a new low, find our V and A higher low again, and then we break. A would be different. A would be at 20. B would be the same. So for bullish, go over that. For bearish, don't break 1694. I think I had this level last week, and we came close, but we didn't wick on that. So yeah, I'm still bullish on it. Just don't break levels. Then everything is okay. Looks fucking good too. GNS. So we're coming from our C, lower high, midpoint, T, V, finished, higher low, finished, A peak, finished. And the only thing we are talking since 1 week now is, did we finish our A pullback? And again, we did nothing today. We are just range bound between this and this. And that's over 33 days now. It's fucking crazy. So, if sometime this A pullback is finished, the next target for B is 87. For the alternative, I would say A pullback is still not finished, and 55 would be a next level for a bounce, just for the retest, or you would still need to completely retest at 37 cents and then bounce. For absolutely levels I don't want to break, I don't want to break 34, and where the tracking is wrong, 30 cents. Breaking under this, we have to change V and higher low. And I think that's over with the company then too. And again, but just saying, this stock, if you see, most of the time you don't see confirmation here, because what you're doing V, higher low, C on the small tracking. Same here, V, higher low, C, V, higher low, C. So whenever this stupid thing is finished, I think you see big movements with the bullish tracking and quick movements. OCGN, kind of the same. You're coming from EC, midpoint T, V, finished, high low, ABC again, coming from EC, MT, V under A. For the big tracking, this would be your higher low, and right now we're on the way to A. And A would be at 17 and B would be at 77. What we did on Friday for the small tracking, this would be a V, this would be a higher low. This thing here would be a small A, and this would be a small B. The only thing I have to say is I still see the possibility, because this is now 95% our small B, that we still have to do the B pullback to 0.5 from the low from A to the peak of B, and we bounce here, and then we go. And we didn't really recover today. So if we see more downside, I want to see a bounce here. Exactly here, I want to see the bounce. If we're dropping under this, under 129, it would be still a breakout retest. No. My level right now is 139 for the bounce from little b. And our next target is $70. Again, I will get completely out here just because this is our A peak or our little C peak, and we will reject here. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish. You will go up. You will go up. Reject. For the bullish tracking, you bounce somewhere in here and you go. For the bearish tracking, you come up here. You make a lower high of your last peak, and then again, lower high, midpoint, T, and buy. So I get out here and I just wait if there's a bounce. If there's a bounce, yeah, you can play bullish again. But if you don't see a bounce, no. For right now, it still looks great for $70. No financial advice. There could still be a little pullback. I mean, what would that be? That would be from here to here. Yeah, 10%. But this stock, 10% is, or 30% is not much. FFAI, absolutely nice what you did. So again, you're coming from our C, lower high, midpoint, last time to sell, got our V, and holding our higher low right now. I don't talk about the unrealistic price targets anymore. Our realistic price targets would be for A, $4, for B, $11, and for C, something between 36 and 127. What we did on Friday. If you look at our small tracking, this was our little V, same like the big V. High, low, A, B, C, coming down, midpoint, T, V and A, higher, low. So I said on Friday, I don't want to break 136-ish, this was here, but this is still working. It's still higher than this one, and it's not a double bottom. So it's still higher, so this is still working. And we massively bounced. This was Tuesday, we even recovered the whole loss from Friday. Looks fucking great. For confirmation, which is dangerous in FFAI, because I don't think we get one. But for confirmation, if this would be normal price movements, you would now go up. This would be your little A, retest, B, 0.5, little CA, reject, and then you go to your B, and so on and so on. For confirmation, absolutely bullish if we break over 169. Absolutely bearish if we break under 128. But again, same as GNS, this stock isn't moving slow. You make your V, your higher low, C. You make your V, higher low, C. You don't see AB here. It's again, yeah, V, higher low. This was not that quick, but still. Here, B, higher low, C. Here you could see B, but still, this stock isn't moving slow. So in my opinion, if this V and A is you could even say that is a V and A. If this V and A is right, if this higher low is holding, we should see a violent move. Will be interesting, and non-financial advice, financial advice, but I'm bullish right now. Bull. You coming from your C, low high, midpoint, T, V and A, high low, finished, and we would be in our A, and the A pullback is finished. So we had I had my V and A on October 8th, last week Wednesday, and this was my higher low. this one, which was wrong because on Friday we dropped under it. So B&A bottom right now was wrong. So this would be our new B&A, and it's the only of all the stocks I showed, the only stock I had to adjust the tracking. And there is no yes, but volatility, Trump, blah blah blah. No, this V&A and this high low was just wrong. So right now, what we are looking for, we are looking for that this higher low is holding. And again, right now, it's looking fucking great. Next target would be $16 for our little a, $70 for our little b, and because this whole thing is a, you can even make that so. We are looking for our B. Our big B. Our big B, in my opinion, is something between $20 and $30. Yeah. For what we are looking at, symmetry kinda would be, because you can also track this place with this. You just take the midline, you take this whole section, flip it to this side, and what that means would be, here's our V, here's our high low, the same like here. We come up to our little A peak, we come up, this would be the little A peak, you fall back, you fall back, you come up, do your little C peak, you come up, do your little C peak, you fall down, and you fall down. This is way quicker than this. This is 2 times, 3 times slower, but still we would be here. And the thing is, I also said that this is slower than this one. And okay, we are not only a few cents difference, but this is lower than this one. So it still absolutely works. Right now, it's still looking fucking bullish. And what we would like to see is this price action for next price action. And pattern wise, this would be just a cup, and after that there would be the handle, and then we look for completely different things. Okay, all in all, I have to say I was expecting a big recovery, and of course Sunday Trump tweeted something like, yeah, he likes China and he don't want to harm China, blah 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 blah. It was just a fucking perfect recovery. Let's see what happens next. If we still have to gap fill, then go, or we reject 672, then we really go down, or we just do what I normally expect, our last and new all-time low. After that, yeah, we talk about that if you're there. So thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions or if you want to see any other tickers, you can write it into the comments. Maybe if you like, leave a like. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.